So today, we have a 2014 Caprice in here with a, I guess it's almost one of our more common packages now. BTR Centrifugal cam and a D1 on about 10 pounds of boost at peak. Just made pull, we dialed it in on the street. We have a wideband, so it's pretty close already. But we just made 695, 587 torque. There's a little bit bigger one. Air fuel's already pretty close with the full filter on it. As we drove it, literally as we drove it off the street. So we'll get a pull here and maybe.
This is nothing special. Like this is a D1 Procharger kit. Stock lower. Right now, what uppers on this thing? A 4-inch upper. Got good belt wrap. 3-core intercooler. Big red blow off valve. But in terms of like any of our, it doesn't have our lower, it doesn't have our oversized lower, it doesn't have anything you can't get straight from Procharger. So
it's 160,000 mile stock bottom end too.
yeah, for sure. That's great power. First pull on the dyno. We're gonna pull the filter, add a little timing, see what it'll make, kind of maxed out. And then, but that's what it's making on the street every day right there. It's good safe tune.
And making 700.
Like Chris said, he'd already dialed it in on the street some. We got a new transmission in here. So he had to get the transmission shifting right, make sure all the shift points were good, and he was able to get it this close, which is in 0.01. It's 0.76 lambda the whole time, a couple 0.75s. It's just right in the ball game.
Yeah, that's really good power, and that torque is really good too. It's pretty flat for a centrifugal, and the power just keeps going and going and going. So we should be able to clear 700 pretty easily, I hope. We'll see. All right, so pulled the filter, air fuel's still really good, and picked up another 40 horsepower, 736. So right at 700 on the street tune. Then if you want to pull the filter for a track run or whatever, make about 40 more horsepower for 740-ish almost.
Got some timing, right?
Yeah, I did add a 1.5 down low and about 1.5 to 2. Just see what it would take. No spark knock. It's on 78% ethanol. And about timing, actually, as the power increases and the boost increases, timing goes down to make it safe.
And we had this car has a DSX auxiliary fuel system in it, the stock bottom end, BTR Centrifugal cam, and just a shelf, Procharger with a D1 SC option.
Yep.
Stock mass airflow sensor, stock intake, stock throttle body.
Yep. If you're going boost, a lot of those little things don't really matter as much. Unless you're going for really, like every little horsepower. Like for a street car, you don't really need to do that. And you also wanted to lay over, like.
What was the boost of this? 11 and a half?
Yeah, about 11 and a half.
So we have this is a stock 6.0 with the Procharger, of course. And then we have another G8 that we did that has a Torqstorm with our 2.8.
I think it's 2.9.
2.9 grip tech. That we do for those cars. We sell those also.
Same cam as this car, actually.
Same cam. It is a LS3 with forged bottom end, so a little bit bigger. And it's on, what did it make boost wise? 11, about the same?
I think it was about the same amount of boost.
So it's boost is boost, they say, but this is the difference in efficiency. This is no filter. This is the same kind of deal, max effort, no filter timing in it on a Torqstorm at 627. But you can see the efficiency of the blower. Like it gets flat about 6,000, kind of lays over. The torque's down at 4,100. The Procharger just keeps getting it. So,
yeah, and we did one other pull, made almost the same, or right at the same power. And the Procharger seems to be about 7,000 where it likes to see. and then it sort of died off a little bit, but that could be a combination of things.
I can go to that one. Just
Definitely.
overlay. This is a back-to-back with some heat soak in it on the
Yep.
on the Procharger. So we turned it a little harder. It made the power higher. If we'd have turned this cooler run a little bit higher,
Probably would've made-
we'd have made a little more. But this is a heat soaked run to 70 or 7,000 or so, 71.
And still just staying nice and steady power. And there again, for what it is, the Torqstorm does great, but this is showing, you know, the efficiency of a D1 when you really start trying to push a number. If you're happy with, you know, in the 550, 600 horsepower range, Torqstorm will do what you want to do. But if you ever want to go more, you can't. The D1 SC, and we could probably, on a max effort build, what could we get a D1 to? Probably 900, 950?
Yeah, for sure. You know, and there's some tricks and things that we have also with, we have a blower pulley spacer that's available through us or G8 only, ssonly.com, where we can overdrive the lower with the ATI blower ring. So we can do that. You can overclock the P and D series slightly. The F series you can really overspin up to 15% or so with the billet wheel. Safe.
Like he was
pumping the fuel pressure, which we can log. We have a way to log it analog based on other cars, but these cars have a fuel pump control module, so they read actual fuel pressure, and Chris logs that every time. Also, when the DSX comes on, it sends the fuel pressure to it. He programs the module so that it'll allow it to go over 68, which is good, but it's drinking some fuel. It's got the fuel pressure at redline down to what,
60-ish,
60-ish,
which is still more than factory.
Yep.
But when you take in the 12 pounds of boost, it makes it effectively 48. So, but that, you know, that's perfectly safe. The air fuel stays rock solid. We're not greedy with the timing or anything. So this is a combo that actually he has been driving for the last year. He has some transmission issues, but the engine has been rock solid, and, you know, we just retuned the transmission, and now I've got the engine side done, so he'll be able to come get it and enjoy it some more. But yeah, 700 horsepower daily pretty much is what Spencer wanted. So
he said he really wanted 650. We fired off with 695 or so.
yeah, we got it. Yeah, 695.
That's the street trim. I mean, that's how it's going to be. That's how we're sending it.
Yep, and we put it back to the 700 horsepower-ish, which is just a little less timing. Other than that, there was no other changes, and put the filter back on, which shows, I mean, that's not a huge gain for a filter.
Yeah, and really probably a lot of it was, we usually see what, 20 a degree, 20?
Yeah, so it could have been a combination of the timing and the air and the boost, because we didn't see much, actually, yeah, we didn't see much boost gain with removing the filter, whereas the Torqstorm, we saw a couple pounds of boost with the Torqstorm. That's something else I didn't think about.
It had a smaller filter too, not as good of a transition. There's some little things.
Yep.
Like you said, the Torqstorm's a great entry level, like a budget blower. If you're trying to go max effort, all out, probably not for you, but it's great for the price point.
Yeah.
But this is where it's at right here.
Yeah, I agree 100%. If you just want a blower and you want to make good noises and make 600, which is a fun street car. Don't get me wrong. Casey's car is really fun on the street. The Torqstorm cars I've tuned, I like on the street for nice little street strip stuff. They're cool. They're fast, but it does show the step up to a Procharger. It's a pretty good size one. And like I said, I forgot what these kits run, but very simple setup. And if you guys ever need anything, definitely reach out and we'll try to help however we can.
And Chris does remote tunes also. So we do remote tuning. No matter where you are in the country, if you have HP tuners, shoot back and forth with him. He'll get you right remotely also. And if you're in the area locally, we'll be glad to get you on a dyno and bring you in mechanically. We are Procharger dealers, and we do sell the grip tech pulleys for the Torqstorms. So whatever you have, we can get you right.
And next we have a Caprice with a, what's on the Caprice? It's a 6.0 with a, we have another Caprice out here.
Yeah, it has a Procharger on it also. It needs a little finish work. It came from up north, I think, Maryland.
Yeah, I think I have two cars gonna potentially come from Maryland soon for tunes, but this one has got a P1 and a 6-liter, and they just couldn't get it finished. Some things wrong with it, so we're gonna get that dialed in, and we'll see what a P1 will make compared to a D1. The more information we have, the more we can, you know, correctly advise everything that's going on, and you know, when you tell us what you want from your setup, we can tell you exactly what you need to do to make your goals.
Sure.
I think the P1 will sit somewhere between the Torqstorm and the D1, probably about 650. You think?
Yeah, that'd be a great number, I think.
I don't know. We haven't down at a P1.
The P1 does pretty well too. You know, you just spin it harder.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some power. People make good power on the P1s. It's all about efficiency. You have to have a blower that's the right size for the RPM you're operating it in.
Yep.
And so I think we've hit this one pretty well with this.
Yeah,
combo.
I think so too, because like I said, the boost sort of started to level out around 7,100, which is exactly what we want because we're shifting it at 7. And this car, I mean, you go second gear, it hazes the tires. When you go into third, it spins them. I mean, it's stout. So we're gonna get this one off the dyno and back it on out and drive it home. And I'll let Spencer come get it as soon as he can.
Facebook.com/BlazeHighPerformance. Blaze High Performance tuning.